Hi, welcome to Kutopia, our very own knitting utopia. My name is Sonia and I'm coming to you from Helsinki, Finland. Today is Saturday, December 28th. We're nearing the end of 2024 and these days between Christmas and New Year's, they're they're kind of my favorite days of the year. Because usually there's not much to do. You're just you have the time off, the weather. Either it's lovely and snowy and you like to stay outside, or it's kind of miserable, like we've had the past few days, and so you can stay inside without feeling guilty. And yeah, you have I have time off, and fridge is full of leftovers. There's still way too much Christmas candy chocolate left for us, and I can just sit down, knit. Well, I don't have any time to read. That's the only thing I'm missing from these days. For these days. But since I have small children, I'm not reading, I'm playing. I'm playing all the time, it feels. But that's fine. That's fine. We had a lovely, relaxed Christmas Eve. The kid, husband and kid are swimming. They went swimming, just the two of them. That's lovely because we've been obviously the four of us at home for a week. Husband and I need to divide our attention between two children. So it's really important that then the kid has some time, alone time with just one parent. And tomorrow they're gonna go and bake a gingerbread house with our downstairs neighbor, and that's gonna be perfect as well. Today I have quite a few of finished objects to share with you. I'm gonna update you on my 7 days, 7 cast-ons, and then I have two works in progress. Let's see how long these take, and how baby's napping on the balcony. So that kind of determines on whether or not I'll get to the plans for the 2025 or the knitting plans on this episode, or if I'll figure out something else, because we're on a deadline here. I'm wearing my Celeste pullover. It's a pattern by Sari Nordlund that I knit I think 2 years ago. 3 years ago. I can't remember, but I have shared this in previous podcast episodes. It's knit using Finship wool by Birtinkehrama, and I just love it. I love the pattern. I kind of wish that I had done a one. I wish I'd gone up a size. I think I need the 5th size. Can't remember. Because I feel like this. There's also a t-shirt version of Celeste, but I think the original Celeste pullover works best if it's oversized. And I prefer my jumpers oversized, but I was playing yarn chicken, so I didn't. I chose the size that I chose. I'm pretty sure it's the 5th size, but it might not be. But anywho, I played yarn chicken, I lost, I bought more yarn, so I could have gone up in a size, but by that time I think I need the yoke for 2, maybe even 3 times, and I was not going to do that again. And it's a good size sweater. It doesn't, it's like a fitted jumper when I prefer oversized. So there's nothing wrong with that. And it's super warm. So the neckline is a bit big. I don't know if I could maybe put a elastic band inside the folded neckline to kind of keep it where it is right now. But this is fine. This is fine. I love the lace pattern that it has. But yeah, this is what I'm wearing today. Let me just have a sip of coffee and then we'll talk about finished objects. So earlier this year in the fall, I think it was either late August or early September, I did a 7 days, 7 cast-ons. And that means that I, for a week, for 7 days, I did a new cast-on every single day. And I am happy to report to you that I have finished 6 of those 7 cast-ons. I think 6 out of 7 is quite good, and I'm really happy with all of the finished projects that I'm gonna share with you now. Let's start with the mittens that I finished. What can you see? It's a gray black lump, but it's not black, it's brown. So the first thing that I finished are the Pilia mittens. I can't remember the name of the designer right now, but I'll put all the details in here somewhere and in the description box down below. But yeah, Pilia mittens. These are knit from Merino superwash Merino yarn. It was a leftover yarn, and I knit this using 2.25mm needles, and this is just what I wanted. a very basic pair of mittens, and I don't know if you can tell, but these have been used a lot already. I don't think there's some peeling going on already, but that's fine. These were meant to be used when walking around with baby. But yeah, it's a lovely, well-written pattern. The 2 mittens are actually identical, so you don't have to worry about making a left hand one and a right hand one. And it's just a simple pattern of knit 3 per 1, and then you do your thumb increases, and you can't really see the stitch pattern because of the yarn, but like on daylight, on natural light, it looks really nice. I tried to do the tubular bind off, but I don't know what has happened. I have completely lost the skill. I used to be able to do Italian bind off, tubular bind off. See, I can do that. But for some reason this fall, it's just not happening. I think I've tried that for every single pattern. Well, not every single pattern in here, but for most of these. And it's not working. I'm using the same instructions that I've used previously, and I don't know what has happened. It's not happening. But I've had other problems with bind-offs as well, so we'll get to those later. But yeah, this was the first cast off from my 7 days 7 cast ons. I'm super happy with this. They've seen a lot of use, and I could make more of this. I think ones from a sturdier, more rustic wool would be nice, or maybe a more colorful pair, perhaps. But honestly, this type of very neutral, dark pair is very usable. It's very practical, and yeah, it was not as pleasurable to knit as all the other projects in here, but it was a quick and easy project, and I really love the end result. And this took almost no yarn at all. So, and I actually used leftover yarn for this one, and it's a great leftover project. So it's a bit early to be thinking about next year's Christmas presents, but if you're on a lookout for something quick to knit for any type of present, not just Christmas present, I can highly recommend this pattern. Yeah, I think this was the first. No, I don't want to lie to you guys. It was one of the first projects that I finished from 7 days 7 cast ons. Next, we're not going in order here because I can't remember the order. But the next project that I want to share with you is also for me. It's a selfish project, and this is the Sophie shawl by Petite Knit that I also finished. And as you can see, it's a good size shawl. Yeah, it's lovely. I've been wearing a lot of this already. The yarn that I used, I have cleaned away all the leftover yarns and ball bands and everything, so all the details will be in the previous episode, not the Vlogmas episodes, but the previous actual episode, and I will put everything down below as well. But yeah, the yarn that I used is I think it's the recycled wool from Pirtin Kehräämö. It is yarn from Pirtin Kehräämö, but it's just I bought it without any ball bands or any information. I bought it for a nickel, so I didn't mind. But I'm pretty sure that it's the recycled wool from Pirtin Kehräämö. It's a bit lighter than this gray in here, but it's like mid gray yarn, and it has all these tweedy speckles of different colors. And as you can see, there's already a that you can see how I wear this, because it is quite tall in the midpoint. I like to wrap it around my neck. It's so tall, like this. And it's lovely. I like how it looks because it's gray, and I love all things gray. And it's kind of rustic feeling yarn, but I'm not that sensitive. My skin's not that sensitive, so I don't mind. The fabric was a bit stiff when I first cast this off, and I think this is like Aran weight yarn, and I used 5mm needles. Yeah, and when I first bound this off, it was kind of stiff, and it, well, yeah, it could have stand on its own when put on a solid surface. But then I just I didn't wet block this because it is garter stitch. Garter stitch with this beautiful I-cord edges. So I didn't want to wet block this, so and like ruin the fabric or the look of the fabric. So I hung this on a hanger, and I went through it with a steamer, and that relaxed the knit to how it is right now. And obviously whenever I wear it, it relaxes a bit more. And I've been wearing this quite a lot. It hasn't been cold enough to wear this, if we're being honest in here, but I want to wear this. I think it's beautiful. So yeah, just a kind of basic shawl that I will wear for many years to come. But yes, these two are for me, myself, it's projects. And let's move on to the children's projects. That's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, then. Well, the next one, this has seen a lot of wear already. One of these has, the other has not yet, but I finished the Eino balaclavas for the children. This is baby's version, and this is kids version. Kids version is finished. It has been wet blocked, and I I did and attached these pom-poms to be sort of ears. But when kid tried this on, we realized that the ears are way too behind. So I just need to move them a bit, and then we're done. But I didn't get a chance to finish or reattach these pom-poms because of all the Christmas preparations, but now we have the time. But yeah, 2 Eino balaclavas, and it's a lovely pattern. Really, if you feel like you need a kids balaclava, then go for this one. It was a lovely pattern, and you can see from here that the pattern offers quite a few variations. You can do either a ribbed border, 1x1 rib, or then you can do this sort of cap as I've done for the kids version. You can do slip stitches where you can do slip stitches. I'm not gonna even go there. Or then you can forget those completely, as I did in here. And I just, you can do the pom-poms, you can leave the pom-poms. You can do the pom-poms, or you can ignore those. Why? The yarn that I used for these and the yarn that I used for the two next projects as well was Duo from Sandnesgarns. It's a blend of non-superwashed merino wool and cotton. Yeah, it's a cotton wool blend yarn. I had never used it before up until these 4 projects, but I can recommend that yarn. It was lovely to work with, and the baby's version, this one over here, this has been through a washer for at least 2 times already, if not 3, because babies drool and they spit, and they're nasty little creatures. So this has seen a lot already, and there's hardly any, well, there's no peeling whatsoever. The fabric has held beautifully, and it feels really nice because of the cotton, because it's a wool cotton blend. It's not as warm as a 100% wool would be, but it's warm enough, especially because baby has another beanie on. Don't be afraid of that. because I'm showing this one here, but especially for baby, since they're in the stroller, so they're quite cocooned in there. This is warm enough for the weather that we've been getting lately. If it got colder, if the weather got colder, then we wouldn't be able to use this one. But since we live in southern Finland, and well, the winters are what they are, this is warm enough. I used 3.5mm needles as the yarn band, ball band suggested, and I love the fabric that it got me. This was the size 1 to 2 year. No, it's 6 months to 1 year old, and it's the perfect size for our 8-month-year-old already. So I think we're good to go with the green one this winter, and I will probably need them another one for the next winter because it's such a practical knit to have. This kids 4 now, and this is this biggest size, which is the 4 to 7 years old, from 4 to 7, and this is a bit loose on them. There was in the pattern there, the second biggest size is just for a 4-year-old, so that would have been quite logical thing to knit, but I don't know. I have a big head. I really have a big head. It's just not in my imagination. I really do have a big head. So I thought that my child also has a big head. So it felt safer to do the 4 to 7-year-old size. And it's not that big. Kid can use this, but it's not as snug as this one is for the baby. So once I move the ear poms, and kid gets to wear this, they'll probably need to have this store-bought. I'll be back, hopefully. And we're back. I feel like I need to hurry a bit. I'm feeling rambly today. I'm rambly every time that I record to you guys, but that's just how I am. So yeah, 2 Eino balaclavas. if you're thinking about trying the pattern, do it. Do it now. Do it today. It's a lovely pattern. It's well written, and the end result is a good one. On to the second pair. These are also for children. I know I'm not sitting where I was, but that's fine. That is fine. I knit both of the children a jumper, sweater, pullover, whatever, pullover perhaps. I used Flax DK by Tin Can Knits as my recipe or base pattern, and I did my own modifications in that I didn't do the garter stripe on the sleeves, but I did the whole pullover using this 2-row stitch pattern, where you knit 1 row and then for the second row you knit 1 purl 1, and you get this in my opinion really beautiful looking broken rib. And I also did my trusted 6+2 striping, because in my experience it always looks good. Sometimes I personally have a hard time figuring out the stripe rhythm for socks or sweaters or whatever, but I think it was from Instagram. It might have been Hannan and Crafts, maybe. that I learned from the 6+2 striping, and it has not failed me since. But yeah, this is the baby's version, and it's not a baby size, as you can see. And this is the size 1 to 2 year old, 2 to 4. Can't remember. I told you, I'll check it. I'll put it down below. But anyway, it's way too big, and it was meant to be way too big for the 1 to 2 year old. Yes, because for this winter, baby has 2 or 3 different pullovers that I need for the kid when they were baby. This is the reasoning behind this. But for the next winter, when they're 1, nearing 2, then they're not gonna, then there's no leftover pullovers. This, I don't think I need kid any pullovers when they were 1, or at least I can't remember any. So yeah, this is for next winter. This is the baby's version. It's the same Sandnesgarns Duo that I use for balaclavas, and it's this is the same light green that I used in here. I was playing yarn chicken, and I won. Because when I bought the yarn, I was thinking about making a baby size sweater, so I only had 2 balls of the main color, this beautiful seafoam green, but then I decided to make a bigger size, and so I was quite sure that I didn't have enough yarn to do the ribbing with the main color. I had enough of the contrasting color, this old rose, mauve, whatever, but But I don't know. I like the idea of this contrasting ribbing, and I think it looks good. And actually, I was playing yarn chicken for both of these, and I won. I won. I think for this one, guess who's down sleeping? Let's see. Moi. Pölle. Otatko se pölle? Okay, let's try it. Let's try this with assistance. So yeah, I was playing yarn chicken with these flax DK pullovers, and I won. For the baby's version, I think I was left with a tiny ball of the main color yarn, the green one. Obviously, I have bigger leftovers from the contrasting color and the green from the ribbing, but for the main color, there's no more yarn left, and I couldn't be happier. I did a neck shaping with German short rows for both of these pullovers. So this is the baby's version. Sinun on tämä. And that's just crawling around in here. And then this is the kids version, and you'd never know, this is big for them as well. apparently that's just who I am as a knitter, because well, I don't knit for the kid every year, so I might as well do a big enough pullover to last for them for a few years. This is the size for the 6-year-old, and I don't know, it might be, it's probably my cage, because obviously I haven't done a cage swatch to any of these. I think this is closer to a 6-year-old size, or maybe I have a small 4-year-old, who knows. But yeah, for this one, all the same details noon as in the first one, but the main color is blue. It's a bit brighter on person than it's in here, and this is like a burnt orange. Kid chose these colors themselves. And then for the ribbing, I use the same brown than I use for the balaclava. So it's a nice set to have. And for this, I had 3 balls of the main color. I had 2 balls of the orange, which I didn't even need the one. So I have quite a lot of leftovers of the orange one. But for the blue one, I think I had about this much left when I was done. So very happy with that. And very happy with the pullovers as well. They're gonna look so cute together wearing these. I'm really happy with these as well. And yes, Saka annat sen mulle, kiitos. Yeah, and baby's in here holding the last finished object that I wanna share with you. Onko se hieno? Onko? Joo. Vaihdetaan. Let's do a switch. Swap. Oletko se ton? Kiitos. This is not my 7 days 7 cast-ons project, but this is a beanie. It looks massive, but it is for the kid. Earlier this year, well, everything that happened is earlier this year because it's the end of the year. I think it was summer, late summer, early autumn, when I visited my local yarn store, Snurre, with a kid. Because Snurre is not very accessible, unfortunately. The entryway has stairs, so I couldn't go there with baby stroller. So, and I had a gift card. I had a gift card to Snurre, so I wanted to go. So one weekend we were in the city center, the whole family. And so I told husband, I'm gonna leave you and baby. I'm gonna leave you here with baby, and I'm gonna take it and run to the yarn store. And then once there, I bought some silk mohair for a future project. And then while I was choosing the color for my mohair, kid spotted this bright orange yarn. Orange is their favorite color. Subway metro in Helsinki is orange, and kid loves metro, so obviously they love orange, metro orange as well. And so they found this Sandnesgarns, can you see it? Oh. Borsted Alpakka, this fluffy yarn, and they immediately asked, Mom, can I have a hat in this color on this yarn? And I told, yes, you can. As long as my children want me to knit something for them, I will knit something for them. And so, but I didn't promise them any specific time when I'd be doing that. But I think it was last week I was finally done with all the gift knitting, and I decided to cast on with this hat. It's knit using 4mm needles, and I think I cast on 90 stitches, and then I just did one by one ribbing until I felt like the hat was long enough. It's folded twice, so there's 3 layers of fabric in here, so that kids, what did you do? So that kids' ears will stay warm. And then I just did some decreases, and then I had this leftover wool yarn, super bulky wool yarn that had these orange speckles that I thought it would make a kind of cute little detail as a pom-pom for this hat. But yeah, I used maybe a third of the second ball. I had 2 balls, and I have quite a good amount of leftover in here. I could have gone away with just 1 ball of yarn if I didn't want to, if I was happy with just folding the brim once, but I wanted it to be warm for kids' ears, because the fabric itself is not that thick. So yeah, so you need more than 1 or 2 layers. Totta. For it to be warm enough for the colder weather that will hopefully, can I guess, at some point. But yeah, this is probably, no, this is not probably my last FO for this year. But yeah, this is the last FO of this episode. And now that I've shared this with you, the kid can actually start wearing this. Yeah, let's try. Let's try with the whips, works in progress. And if it's not happening with the baby today, then I'll just end the episode here and we'll try again next week. Let's see how we'll go. Baby's eating, so they're happy enough. And I have just 2 whips to share with you, so we shall try. And this is actually the 2nd attempt already, so fingers crossed. The first work in progress that I want to share with you is my advent socks. And it's not missing much. This is advent sock yarn from Eldur Yarns. So you get this contrasting 20 gram mini skein, or no, 2 20 gram. Yeah, I think it's 2 20 gram mini skeins of this contrasting yarn for your heels, cuffs, and toes. This year it was this beautiful light gray. And then the actual advent yarn was packed in these small paper bags, so you couldn't see the yarn beforehand, and you need 1 stripe per day for the 24 days till Christmas. And this year, I think, I'm not sure if this was the 2nd year that I knew of this yarn. I'm not sure if they've done it more than twice, but this year the stripes gave you this kind of beautiful rainbow pattern, and this is fun. And it's not something I would have probably bought to myself, but I'm kind of excited to be wearing this once I get the heels done. So yeah, I've done my cuff. I did the bind off, but I have to redo the bind off because I don't know what has happened. I told you that I can no longer do the tubular bind off. How? And now I can't even do the Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off anymore. And that has been my go-to for socks for over 10 years. And this is not stretchy. It's stretchy, but it's not stretchy enough. I don't know what has happened. I've been knitting for 20 years, and all of a sudden I can't do bind-offs. Stretchy bind-offs. Yeah, I don't know. This is beginning to stress me out, honestly. Maybe that's a theme for 2025. Relearn to do your bind-offs. But yeah, okay, I have to do the bind-offs again, and then for the 2nd sock I'm almost done with the heel. This heel is my go-to afterthought heel, and I've learned this heel from a blog. Do you guys remember blogs? The knitwear designer Anna Johanna has this blog. She used to have. I don't even know if she still updates it. Maybe she does. But she used to have this blog called Where We Once Knitted, and I loved it. And that blog ran quite a few, at least 3 advent sock calendars throughout the years. I think 2013 or something like that. No, so over 10 years ago. And I learned this afterthought. This afterthought heel from there. And when it's not on, it looks crazy. It looks so stupid, to be honest. But it fits your foot. It fits my feet really well. Oh, please don't. So yeah, this is my go-to afterthought heel. I need to do a Kitchener stitch, and then I'm done with the heel. Then I'll try again with the bind off, and then I'll do the same to the other sock. And the only thing that's keeping me from finishing these, like today, is motivation. I don't know, the bind off got me. So that I don't know, I don't want to try again. Why can't I do this anymore? What's the problem here? But yeah, I'll probably sit down in the evening and at least finish the heel. Maybe do the second heel before trying again with the binder. I don't know. But yeah, it's gonna be a lovely, happy pair of socks, like a dopamine. It's gonna be a dopamine pair of socks for the beginning of 2025. No, you can't have that one. And then the last whip of this episode. Otaks sitä? Vai ton? Et kumpaa? Ota se. It's actually the last project of the 7 days, 7 cast-ons. And if I remember correctly, this was the first cast-on that I did that week. And it's the Lulu slipover by Petite Knit. And this is, so I haven't gotten that far yet. This is the back piece. I'm using once again yarn from Pirtinkehräämä. And this is an old yarn from the stash that I pulled from stash that has been waiting for the perfect pattern, and I think we got it finally. This yarn is a silk wool blend. It's 50% Finship wool, undyed natural grey Finship wool, and 50% of recycled silk. And once again, it's kind of tweedy looking. Beautiful. Baby, no. Beautiful looking fabric. I'm knitting the 8th size. I'm using 4mm needles. And I need to check my gauge because it's feeling a bit loose right now. It's nice to work on because I don't mind knitting loose gauge, but I think that I could go down a needle size or maybe even 2. I don't know. I need to. Hey, älä syö lankaa. They're eating the yarn. I need to check the gauge and see if I need to go down a needle size. Because I want to have a slightly oversized slipover or vest, but I don't want it to be like too oversized. And that's something that I want to do in 2025. I want to be more careful with my gauge, especially with garments. These are all the things I shared with you. They're fine because they're for children. Children grow fast, and they were just something nice for me to work with. But I'm not growing. Hopefully not, at least. And if I need something for myself, it's gonna be a lot of work. I want to honor my skill in a way that I'll end up having something that I'll actually wear. So I'm afraid that 2025 is there's gonna be a lot more gauge swatching. I don't like that, but it's practical. It's a smart thing to do. And I didn't do a gauge swatch here. And usually I can get away with it. I know my knitting tension. I know my knitting tension. I know how to play with my knitting tension using different size needles, different yarns, different material needles. My gauge differs whether I use metallic needles. Hey, haluatko syödä? Okay, I think we need to wrap this up. So my gauge differs whether I use a wooden needle, bamboo needle, metallic needle. So I can manipulate my tension quite well without doing gauge swatch, but it doesn't always work out the best for me. So doing the gauge swatch really is the smart thing to do, and I'm gonna try to be better with it in 2025. Also, I wanna be intentional with my knitting. So there's no need for me to feel rushed to start something new. I want to sit down, have a breathe, think about what I'm making, do the gauge swatch, figure out the size. And then start the project. Well, that's the plan, at least. We shall see. And obviously, like for the socks, I always have a pair of socks on my needles, and for those I don't need to gauge swatch. If I'm using, can you see these little toes? They did have socks, but they're just always pulling them off straight away. But yeah, if I were to knit like a colorwork socks with a pattern, then I'd probably do a gauge swatch. Ihan totta. But for no, not even then. For socks, I'm not gonna do gauge swatching. There's no need for that. But anything bigger, or if I'm trying a new technique or a new yarn, then it's just a smart thing to do. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this up here. me and the assistant. Thanks for hanging out with us in the year 2024. For 2025, I have a plan to be more active, to do more videos more regularly, and to be more active on social media altogether. Not too much, because I think social media is taking up quite a lot of my time already. But I want to share my makes with you guys more regularly than I have done this year. And I have a good reason for not being active. That's you. You're the reason. But I want to be more active, and I want to share the things that I'm making with you guys. But yeah, this is the plan. We shall see how it goes. I hope you're having lovely holiday season wherever you are, and I'm wishing you a happy new year. And I shall see you again. Bye.